Hey guys, welcome to Madeira Farms. My name is Amelia and today we are going to be preserving some eggs. You're only going to need a few things to preserve your farm fresh eggs. First, you're going to need eggs and they have to come clean right out of the chicken. They cannot be washed at all. So I have my eggs right here. I have plenty of them. I'm not going to preserve all of these, but this is what I got from our chickens today. You're going to need some sort of vessel. So I have a 1/2 gallon mason jar. And then you're gonna need your canning or pickling salt. I picked this up at Walmart for about $3. I'm gonna try and find a link. I'm sure Amazon has it. I'll put that in the description below. I'll also put my mason jar in the description so you guys have that. However, if you are having issues with your chickens laying in the winter, at the end of this video, I am going to give you some tips on how you can keep your chickens laying throughout these colder months. If you're having issues, you've lost your flock maybe, as the days start to get a little shorter and the predators start to come out, you may lose your flock. So it's a great time to start preserving some of these things now so that in the winter you still have eggs. Another thing that you could do is you could do this on a very large scale. I could actually start preserving these in 5-gallon buckets. I don't really plan on doing that. Like I said, I don't have issues with my girls laying. I'll share those tips with you at the end of the video. But I am just going to fill up one of these for now. And then if I start to notice a decrease in laying, I'll go ahead and start preserving a little bit more. What you really want to do is equal parts water to salt. So if you're going to do 1 quart of water, then you would do 1 ounce of salt. If you're going to do, like I will have 2 quarts of water in here, so I'm gonna have 2 ounces of salt. I'm gonna measure out my salt with a kitchen scale. I got this kitchen scale at Walmart. It's a lifesaver. I've used it so many times. One of my go-to kitchen items for homemaking or homesteading. I have a video on that. I'll go ahead and put it up here so you guys can check that out. There's so many things that I use in my kitchen that any homesteader or homemaker would need. So I'm gonna go ahead and tear the scale down. So I'm gonna go ahead and add 2 ounces of salt. Perfect. And then I'm going to add my water about up to here. All right, so you can see I still have my salt here at the bottom. I'm gonna go ahead and give it a quick stir. A few things before we start adding our eggs to this mixture is your eggs have to be clean. You cannot clean them yourself. They have to come from the chicken clean. This egg will not work. If you keep chickens, you know that sometimes they'll lay in the dirt, they'll lay wherever. An egg like this that's perfectly clean, and then you're going to slowly drop them down into the water. Obviously, you don't want to just plop it down in or it's gonna break. So you need like a slotted spoon, something to gently drop it down in. So as you can see, the water is right to the top. It has covered all of the eggs. I'm gonna go ahead and put my lid on. That's it. That's all it takes to preserving your eggs. Now, how long does this last? I am planning on using these within the next 6 months. I don't plan on keeping these forever by any means. This is just kind of a little bit of a backup, about a dozen eggs that I'm gonna have if we need them. When you're done doing this, you're gonna store these in a cool, dark place out of any sunlight. They cannot be in sunlight. So I'm planning on just putting them in my basement or pantry just so that they stay nice and preserved for the next however many months. All right, I told you guys at the end of the video I was going to share with you some tips on how you can keep your chickens laying throughout these winter months. The first tip is to install lighting. We have automatic lighting, so it's set on a timer, giving them enough light so that it helps encourage laying. Another tip is to leave an egg or 2 in the laying boxes. This is going to encourage your chickens to get in there, sit on an egg, and that'll help increase production. Another tip is to make sure that your boxes stay clean. That'll help your chickens want to get into the box and to make sure that they are laying in a clean area. That's always good for them. Like us, they want to be nice and clean and warm. Another thing that we do is we put a heat lamp in. I know this is kind of a, I don't know, like some people think heat lamps are bad. We do put it in over their water just because it gets so cold here that their water will freeze. So I like to put it over that, and you'll see that they go to the light. That also helps keep them warm and increase production. I know this is another thing people say, don't give them a lot of snacks, but I have seen that if I give them enough snacks, that they enjoy it, and it changes up their diet a little bit since they're not getting enough worms. If you give them a little bit of grubs or something, it'll help them want to continue to lay. I hope this video is helpful. I hope you guys are having an abundance of eggs like we are right now, and you're able to store some away for your family if that's something that you're interested in. Again, you only need a few items to do this preservation project. Hope you guys like it. If you already have preserved eggs and you've tried them, leave in the comments how long you've let them go, what they tasted like. I'm curious to hear what your results have been. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I will see you guys in the next one.